I am Steven from 2HP. We've got 8 new modules with us at NAMM this year. 3 of which are our new drums that just came out 2 days ago, kick, snare, and a hat. Those are all digital core, high fidelity output, and they're kind of their own brand of synthesis. Very unique, very versatile, and all still 2HP. Also, we have a VCO coming out next month. That's a redo of our old oscillator, but using the reissue of the Curtis 3340 chip that just came back out this past year. That's a chip that's been used in synthesizers such as the SH101, the Prophet 5, the Memory Moog, all these really unique synthesizers. We're also redoing our RAND and LFO modules, so those are going to feature a lot of the same stuff that they used to have, but also we added an output to each one and squeezed in a little bit more CV just to pack as much as we can into the small package. So the other 2 modules are a pluck module, so that's a Car Plus Strong based string synthesizer. So that'll generate all sorts of bass guitar to like lush harp sounds. Also we have a sample player called Play coming out later this year. So that's a high fidelity audio playback module, takes an SD card and plays back audio. So what you're hearing now is a group of all the drums. And so the kick has a wide range, and you can add distortion on top of everything else. Snare, you get those classic snare sounds, but also is capable of getting some tom sounds, some different blips, bloops. Both the kick and the snare feature volt per octave input that track over their entire range. The hat, start with that 808 style flavor, sizzle controls the filters and frequencies of different oscillators depending on where the blend knob is set. As you move that blend knob in towards center, you add a white noise component that can also be filtered. And then as you bring it further left, the oscillators come back in, but they're ring modulated. So you get all these alien robotic sounds. And so then the VCO. So then also our new pluck module. So like I was saying earlier, you can get that right down into some bass territory. And it goes even short enough so that you can get some really neat percussive tones out of it as well. And then as you bring up that dampening control, starts to liven up into a more realistic sounding string. Add in some delay and there you go. And finally, we have our play module, which is a one-shot and looping sample player. And so you can play all sorts of one-shot samples, but you can also play back loops. And so this is going to be a high-fidelity player. It's going to come out in April. 96 kilohertz, 24-bit audio, and CV addressable files, as well as volt per octave tracking, down 3 octaves and up 2 octaves. Yeah, so actually any mono wave file will work. You just have to have it on the SD card. It sorts itself alphabetically. You can put in, I haven't decided the maximum number of files yet, but likely 32. And it will sort them, and it'll automatically map the number of files across the entire knob. So if you have 2 files, the left half will be one, the second half will be the other. If you have 32 files, it'll be a very tight fit, but you'll be able to use CV to address those as well. So you can sequence a different pattern of different WAV files. It started as the idea of having that one less little space in your case. You buy all these other modules, they're all these different sizes, and you end up at the end and you've got like a couple of these little gaps. Maybe you have one on each row because no matter what, you can't fill that row. And so you had to put a blank panel or some sort of multiple or something like that. There was nothing exciting to put in that space. And so we kind of thought, man, I wish I had another LFO, I wish I had another filter, I wish I had another sequencer, something. You get to that spot and you know exactly what it is you wish you had another one of. So our goal has always been to just kind of fill that gap. And so no matter what it is that you get to the end and you know that you need, that's what we have. And now it's so flexible that you can pack a whole drum machine the size of a different module.